Morning peeps, good morning everyone. How's everyone doing? Hopefully you guys are all doing well. Don't forget, if you're new to the channel, like, share, subscribe. I'm looking for someone to join the team. So today's video is actually starting off with a job advert. Obviously look, the channel's growing, loads more content coming your way, and I need someone that can clip that content. So someone that can put that content over all social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, etc. If you believe you're that person and you have the skills to do it, get in touch. My email address is in the description below. I want someone that can start as early as next week. So again, get in touch, sharpish. It will be paid. This isn't one of those jobs where come on board for experience. No, you will be paid. But I do need someone that I can just send over the clip to you and you can do your magic. Like, I don't have the time, unfortunately, to do it myself, and I don't have the time to get involved in doing it. So all I want to do is send over the 20-minute clip, 10-minute clip, whatever it is, and you do your stuff, and then you just flood social media for me. Again, if you think you're that person, get in touch, maybe send over examples of work you've done before, and we can get this popping and you can join the team. And I think it's an exciting time to join the team as well, because I think the channel's growing. We've just gone over 70,000 subs, which is big. I now have the dream of 100,000 subs, but more importantly, I have started up Green Chair Productions. And I've got so many ideas and plans, but I realize I can't do it by myself. So I'm looking for the right people to join the team, and hopefully we can make this channel grow. All right, let's see what there is to talk about today. Let's start here with this one. I think this is big news. More than 60,000 tickets sold in opening 24 hours for Alexander Usyk versus Daniel Dubois. Now, I did say the other day, I might have been on the AJAGBA podcast, which is up. Episode 14 is up now. I said I think this would surprise people. I think the numbers would surprise people. I think there is a real feel-good factor about British boxing at the moment. And look, I mean, you're talking about two people that are quite popular. Everyone knows who Alexander Usyk is. And I think Daniel Dubois' popularity has grown over the last couple of years with those big wins as well. So, it's still a massive number. I'm slightly surprised. 60,000 in 24 hours is crazy. But this tells me now, when is it, July 19th? This will probably be a sellout. That there will be a big push fight week. We still don't even know what the undercard is. I mean, as long as they chuck in a few big names in the undercard, this will be very, very good. Very, very good. So well done to Daniel Dubois, who's now, I guess, a star, and well done to Alexander Usyk, who is certainly a star. Kevin Lerena stops Serhiy Radchenko in 3 rounds, calls out Fabio Wardley afterwards. Well, he's not going to get the Fabio Wardley fight. I mean, he might fight Fabio Wardley in the future, but not next. Obviously, look, Jarrell Miller isn't happening. I think I saw a statement from Queensbury, it might have been from Queensbury or Miller's team, that said he sustained a shoulder injury. So we're going to leave it as that. I thought it was a Dimitri Salita problem. We'll accept what they're saying. So I guess Fabio Wardley's looking for an opponent. I put out there on my Twitter page, what did I put out? I put Lawrence Bakole, Philip Hrgovic, and Michael Hunter. Lawrence Bakole got the most votes. I know who it's going to be. I can't reveal that now, but I know who it's going to be. Be interesting to see what the reception is to that opponent. But Fabio Wardley will still fight. I don't know if he's still going to fight at Portman Road. Again, Portman Road is what, 30,000? Floor seats, 35,000. I mean, you're going to need to sell well over 25 to make that place look busy. So we'll see what happens with that. Martin Bakole versus FA Jagba this weekend. Loads of fights this weekend. I will go through the fights one by one, the main events, and give you my honest predictions on all of them. But I was just thinking about Martin Bakole, and look, pressure's on. Pressure's on Martin Bakole to get the job done. I saw their little face-off, I think it was yesterday, and FA Jagba's always lean looking, so he's always in shape, so he's going to make Bakole look out of shape because he's always in shape. But Bakole looked out of shape for me again. He did. I saw sort of the round belly area, and I was like, come on, Bakole, are you in shape or not in shape? Look, I don't expect him to be anywhere near the weight he was when he fought Joseph Parker, right? That was on a day's notice, and he's been putting clips out suggesting that he's losing quite a bit of weight. I don't want him to go crazy with the weight loss, but I do want him to be where he was against Jared Anderson, which was 284 pounds. I think that Bakole there is still bigger than everyone, still stronger than everyone, but he has the ability to move and not get tired after 3 or 4 rounds. That's a perfect weight. If he's over that, I'm going to be very disappointed. If he's severely under that, then obviously he's gone too far. I don't think he will be based on the photos and videos I saw the other day. But look, he needs to win. I mean, the narrative, let's not forget this, the narrative before the Parker fight, and maybe it was me being his biggest cheerleader, the narrative was he's the boogeyman of the heavyweight division. I said that he had the capabilities of beating any heavyweight. Alexander Usyk, Fury, AJ, Dubois, Parker, all of them. That boogeyman tag, because of what we saw a couple of months ago, has died down. He needs to kind of resurrect it. He needs a really good performance so that we are still talking about him as one of the most feared heavyweights. And I don't think it's going to be easy. Honestly, I don't think it's going to be as easy as everyone thinks. Like, everyone has clearly slept on AJAGBA, me included. But AJAGBA can hit. Is he a great boxer? No, but I wouldn't put Bakoli in the great boxer category either. Both of these guys have power and can crack, but one of these guys got knocked out in their last fight. That's the hard, simple truth. One of these guys got off their backside and got knocked out. And let's be frank about this as well. If this fight was in the UK, he wouldn't be allowed to fight. He'd be on a 90-day suspension. Like, if this fight was in America, some states, he wouldn't be allowed to fight. He'd be on a 90-day suspension. They put those suspensions in for a reason. So what I'm getting at is, has he fully recovered? Physically, more importantly, mentally. I think he gets the job done, but whereas when this fight was first announced and there was no Joseph Parker speed bump, if you like, I was like, okay, Bakole gets rid of AJAGBA in 4 or 5. Like, Bakole makes this look like Jared Anderson. AJAGBA's probably a lot faster than Anderson, I think, but Bakole makes it look like that. Now, I wouldn't be shocked if Bakole loses. I still have him as a favourite, but I wouldn't be shocked if Bakole doesn't get the job done. I hope he does. Canelo will get the job done against William SCULL, so we don't really need to drag on that one. BRUNO versus JAIME Munguia is an interesting one. Has Munguia just had too many tough fights? Like, has he been hit too many times? Because BRUNO going into that fight had only 4 knockouts. I think it was like 20-something fights. Let's quickly bring up his record. BRUNO, is that him? Okay, here we go. This is him. Okay, so 26 fights, 5 knockouts. Obviously, one of those 5 knockouts is JAIME Munguia. Don't get me wrong, look, I mean, if someone cracks you at the right spot, they can put you down. But he's clearly not a puncher. It kind of reminds me of when Frampton fought Josh Warrington. And me and Frampton have spoken about this quite a lot. And obviously, he saw Josh Warrington's KO record. And I think Josh, in the lead up to that fight, only had 4 or 5 knockouts. And Frampton was like, that's the hardest he's ever been hit. So sometimes knockout records can be a bit misleading and deceiving, but the fact is, Munguia getting knocked out by a guy with only 4 knockouts prior is alarming. And he got knocked out, not put down, not hurt, knocked out. So this is, I mean, I said pressure's on Mike Bakole. Pressure is severely on Munguia. You lose back-to-back fights against someone that nobody knew, who caused the upset of the year last year. It's a bit of a long way back, especially considering he doesn't have a mouthpiece anymore. Like, remember, it was Oscar De La Hoya, the one that was kept on pushing him and selling him and selling him. He doesn't have that anymore. Doesn't have that. So he's kind of doing this by himself. I mean, yes, you've got the power of Top Rank behind you, but Todd Dubois and Bob Arum are not going to do what Oscar did for you. So it's a must-win for him. All right, the Times Square card is tonight. I don't know when you guys are watching this video, but it's tonight. I can't tell you how excited I am to see how this looks. Like, I've never been so, like, I was upset I didn't do Eubank Ben, right? I mean, because it was on my doorstep. But I'm equally upset just not to be out there. Not to be working on it, just not to be out there. And I would have gone out there if I didn't have to come to Saudi Arabia. That's going to be incredible. And we've got some really good fights on it as well. Ryan Garcia, Rolly Romero. I'm going Ryan, but again, I don't have confidence in these fights. I don't. Again, say what you want to say. Ryan, last time out, had PEDs in his system. Not saying it was intentional, but there were PEDs in his system. That's been proven, right? Hence why he got a year suspension. How will he perform without those in his system? It could have been, I think, as it was said, 0.000, but there were PEDs in his system. Rolly can crack a little bit. I think Ryan gets the job done 5-6 stoppage, but Ryan's going to have some problems early. Devin Haney versus Jose Ramirez. I thought Devin Haney looked incredible on the scales. Incredible. And I'm almost happy as well. This isn't a full welterweight fight. It's welterweight by name, but both of these guys are coming in on a catch weight of 143 pounds. So what I didn't want is for him to jump straight to a full welterweight. I think he looks really good on the scales. He will balloon up as well. He looks confident, doesn't he? Like Devin looks confident, especially considering he's not had a fight for a year. And the last time we saw him, he was getting his ass off the canvas 3 or 4 times. I'm going for Devin to win. Points, bit of a gritty war. I think there will be an upset on this card, and I'm going for Arnold Barboza to beat Teofimo Lopez. I am. I've said this before, so apologies if I'm repeating myself. With Teo, you get a guy that looks like he's a 5 out of 10 sometimes, and a guy that looks like he's a 9 out of 10 sometimes. I'm sorry. Give me a guy that's always an 8 or a 7. And Barboza in his last couple of fights has shown me that that's what he is. He's a solid 8 out of 10 performer. He's got the momentum behind him. I feel like people are sleeping on Barboza in this one, you know. I did Barboza's fight here where he beat Jose Ramirez. You know, Jose Ramirez, no slouch. I think he's going to show that tonight. I did his fight when he beat Jack Catterall. Jack Catterall going into that fight as a favourite, marginal favourite, but a favourite nonetheless. Let me see Teo's last couple of fights, because I just feel like he hasn't done anything recently. Teofimo Lopez. So prior to this, obviously, look, the Josh Taylor performance was, again, that's where I say the 9 out of 10 or a 5. That was a 9. Sandor Martin before that was a 5. Jermaine Ortiz struggled at times, a 5. Steve Claggett was good, wasn't it? It was an 8 or 9, but with all due respect, Steve ain't that guy. So you see what I'm getting at with him. So yeah, I don't know. I'm going for Arnold Barboza to cause the upset. We'll see how it plays out. All right, what else? Inoue takes on Roman Cardenas. Inoue get the job done. Although Cardenas hasn't lost since 2017, Inoue will be Inoue and he'll get the job done. What else have we got here? Conor Ben's getting love in New York, isn't he? I don't know if you guys have been watching the coverage. I mean, even just him walking down the street, people are coming up to him. Conor, great fight. He's getting a lot of love from the fighters as well. I saw something with Edgar Berlanga, sort of really praising him. Bernard Hopkins really praising him. It's good. Jim Lampley would be the man calling the action for DAZN at Times Square. Jim Lampley hasn't done it for 7, 8 years. It'll be good to hear how he sounds. I mean, is it just a one-off? Is he now doing all the Ring Magazine shows? I'm not quite sure, but it'll be interesting to see how Jim sounds. Deontay Wilder. I want everybody who is in my way. Obviously, he's got this fight coming up in June. When me and Ariel spoke to him, he spoke about a fight in Korea at end of the year. I think they scrapped that. I think if he looks really good in June, I think they go for something big. Whether it be Bakole, whether it be Dillian Whyte, whether it be Derek Chisora, whether it be AJ. If he looks good, then he goes straight into a big fight, and whatever's planned for Korea completely gets scrapped. I don't like this. We'll end on this one. I mentioned Inoue. Inoue Akhmadaliev set for September 14th in Tokyo. Isn't that the same day as the proposed Canelo Crawford card? Anyway, what I don't like is that Inoue has a fight coming up. Inoue's fighting Cardenas. Why can't we just wait 2 days, just 2 days, 40 hours, and then announce it? You know, once Inoue gets past Cardenas, okay, up next, Akhmadaliev. Why can't we just do that? I feel like the boxing gods have a weird way of messing up plans before fights are done. Like, I've seen this before. Look, don't get me wrong, again, I think Inoue wins. He's a massive favourite. But I remember when it was Wilder AJ, right? And Wilder had to get past Joseph Parker, and Wilder AJ's done, it's there. Obviously, Joseph Parker caused a problem. I actually remember when it was supposed to be, this is going way back, Victor Ortiz versus Canelo. Canelo's ringside. Victor Ortiz had to get past Josecito Lopez. Josecito Lopez broke Victor Ortiz's jaw. That fight didn't happen. Let's just wait for the fights to happen and play out and then announce them. That's what we need to do. All right, guys, girls, quick video. Again, look, if you want to be a part of the team and you think you have the capabilities, please, like, think about it. Send me an email and let's get this stuff done.